Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we are diving together into Open Great League with one of the safest teams, if not the safest, that you can use out there. So we're gonna lead with Saberlight up in front, while at the back both Pelipper and Stunfisk will form an even more solid backline for your team. So let's see what we got here, because our own Saberlight is gonna go up against an opposing Pelipper, and of course one foul play can absolutely seal the deal. Or I just hoped so, because not only they can survive, but right here they might actually have the chance if they have a Medicham at the back. So as it seems they have a Medicham, and now the alignment is not looking that great. It all depends on what they have as a third Pokemon, and of course it's gonna be the Diggersby. Still though, the battle outcome is not settled yet, so we have to stay tuned here, because 2 Weather Balls will not be enough to finish off this Pokemon. Diggersby goes here for the Scorching Suns. I decide to sacrifice one shield in the process, because I know that Pelipper can be the key not only to this Diggersby matchup but also against Medicham. So Weather Ball number 3 able to take out this Pokemon, and right after we have to get straight to the Hurricane. Are they going to expect this move, trainers? No, they are not, and they're gonna get sniped down to start off the video with a very solid and kinda lucky win. Into the next one now, and we're having Saberlight on the mirror. So with this matchup I'm always kinda weird, because I don't know when to throw, since I do not have a high rank Saberlight, but still, as it seems, the high attack stat that I have over here, since I do not have a lot of excels invested on my Saberlight, is absolutely the best Saberlight that you can use, because you can win all those CMPs. So this opponent eventually tries to finish me off after I was having a little bit of a lag, as you saw there. So overall, that it was a pretty cool experience for my Saberlight. As you can see, yeah, that is irony. And right after, we're gonna try to farm down completely with Stunfisk. We're not looking that great, because they have the Azumarill, and Azumarill is a heavy beast for Open Great League, especially now that Lantern is not that much around, and of course now the Red Steel will be at the back. So most probably you're gonna see that we're having the worst outcome ever against the opposing line, but still our Pelipper can go pretty rough up against them. Another Weather Ball is coming up, and we can rely on the fact that this Red Steel is doing only 1 damage with those Lock-ons. Doing so, we can definitely try to completely farm down with our wing attacks at some point of the game, because another Weather Ball is coming up. Are they gonna expect this one? Yes, they are. Actually, are they gonna shield? This is the correct question. So as it seems here, they want to get to those Focus Blast all the way, because they can reach there much faster than they do to the Zapcan, which makes kinda sense, I guess. But right after, they cannot farm down on time with that Azumarill. They're gonna get hit with a Hurricane, big damage output, and right after we have to come into the battle with our Stunfisk. I was pretty afraid here that they might actually survive with 1 HP or something like it from my Rock Slide, so that's why I went for the Earthquake, and that is gonna seal the deal not only against the Azumarill but also against the Metal Trash Can. Into the next one now, and we're having a Venusaur up in front. So obviously here this is not looking that great, because they can reach to back-to-back moves faster than I can to back-to-back foul plays, but still we can pressure enough to threat the second shield if we sacrifice our own in the process. To my surprise though, they want to switch out, so this is still looking kinda good, and since I can take all that energy back before switching out, I'm just gonna do exactly that. I know that they have to reach with the Power Whip, taking advantage of the time that Power Whip needs to build up to. I'm just gonna switch out eventually into my Stunfisk, banking that final foul play for the end game, and especially against that Venusaur. So keeping the shield alive here, Lickitung goes for that Power Whip, and right after I will press my Rock Slide. But I was getting a little bit too greedy here, so down I go to the Body Slam. Doesn't matter though, because still we can get out of here with a decent amount of energy stored up on my Pelipper, and by blocking here the Shadow of Resiplant, we can actually have a chance even against that Lapras that lies at the back. Towards to my surprise actually, we're having a very good battle here, because not only Hurricane can grab that shield out of the way, but also Return can go ahead and do massive damage on that Pokemon right on the CMP, which means here that we might actually have a chance at completely farming down. This is gonna be just a Surf, not even an Ice Beam range, so we can absolutely survive and right after complete the farm down. At the back now they return for the final time with a Venusaur, but we already have the upper hand, and that is gonna be a fantastic ending to this battle. Into the next one now, starting with a little bit of FPS drop. I don't know what is happening in Niantic, just fix your game. We need to have a very good battle experience in your battle league. Otherwise, yeah, things can go sideways, not only on the game but also mentally. So anyways, we're having here now the battle against this Deoxys, so Hurricane can do massive damage for sure. I know that I am switch locked in here, but still after the Hurricane they're gonna be put at a point that we might actually have a chance by finishing them off with our Weather Ball. So sacrificing a shield was pretty wise here, and now I'm expecting that Steelix to actually return to the battle, but instead they have the Leaky Tank. So Leaky Tank here is gonna do a lot of work against most things, especially now that Noctowl is nowhere to be seen in Great League. So with that in mind, we can come into the battle with our Stunfisk. So right here they're having a Pokemon like Steelix, which returns for the final time as it seems into the battle, and because they went for that Psychic Fangs makes me think that they do not have Earthquake, and right after they will back out. Hopping into the next one now, and we're having Lantern up in front. So this is obviously very good news for me because I have a Pelipper at the back, and as soon as I can deal with that Pokemon without letting it touch my Pelipper, we're gonna be just fine. So here comes the Surf. I know we can survive. We also landed the bigger return, which is gonna return a lot of happy faces to my win streak here, and of course right after we're gonna come into the battle with Stunfisk. So if you're wondering, those battles, Ganeto, are not back to back. I'm seeing your ELO being kinda weird. Well, yes, again, because these battles might not be back to back but still are from the same sets, and of course I was having a great battle outcome, and all I want to do here is to showcase the best battles that I had and not just go against any opponent that has a Deoxys up in front, which is obviously gonna be a very good lead for me. I want to showcase different lead options so that you can see the full capabilities of this team composition. So over here, with that said, we're having Gligar coming in. By sacrificing one shield in the process, we can kinda guarantee the complete farm down, so we're gonna do exactly that with our Pelipper. So right here I have a feeling that they can still reach to another move, but as it seems they want to switch out into their Medicham. Very good play by my opponent, almost lost that there, but still we can reach to the Earthquake. Other charging so that I can farm down a little bit more, but I think that even a Shadow Aerial Ace here can easily be taken by my weird IV shiny Pelipper, so we can absolutely grab this victory eventually. Into the next one now with the Obstagoon up in front. So this Pokemon is always troublesome for a lot of teams. It is either gonna get walled down completely or just be pretty troublesome, a pretty nice troublemaker, and to my team it is a pretty much a troublemaker. So yeah, not only it can beat down my Sableye with this, but also it can have a very nice time against my Stunfisk. So seeing that they can actually farm a lot here, I make a weird choice by switching out to Pelipper. I could easily stay in there, but still I want to see what they have at the back, so that's why I switched out, trying to switch lock myself with something like a grass type, for example. Doing so, we can see here that we have an Azumarill at the back, so yeah, I think anyways that can absolutely be something of a win, but as it seems this trainer has already figured out my alignment, so they want to protect the Azumarill as well in the process. So anyways, Hurricane is coming up, big damage output on the Azu, and right after I can still finish it off, but I want to catch the move on the Sableye. I lagged once again a little bit, so I went for the extra move, but it doesn't matter. At the back they have a fire type Pokemon which is super weak to my Earthquake. Down they go in one shot. Now Azumarill returns, and with the Obstagoon out of the way, we can absolutely grab this victory for our team. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having an amazing battle against Swampert. So Swampert here is absolutely insane. I have prepared as well another video for you for tomorrow with my veteran run. So if you want to see more of that, well, just subscribe and hit that bell button so that you can get notified for my next video around Swampert and my veteran rank. That video is totally worth it. Anyways, this battle is absolutely worth it as well because we're having a Bombardier. This Pokemon is absolutely insane. I had no clue what to expect from this one, and look at how easy it can get to those paybacks. So right after, I'm just gonna get to my Rock Slide, but this Pokemon also has one severe weakness. It is super glassy, so yeah, they have to block even those Rock Slides when they have a lot of HP. So another payback is coming up. I'm just gonna take it thinking that they might actually have something like Aerial Ace, but no, not at all. Here comes now another move, this time Fly. Look at that, and to my surprise, they almost have a back-to-back Fly for me. So much damage to be taken, and they also catch the move on the Swampert. At that point, I was super frustrated, but also pretty excited to see how well this Bombardier can go. Here comes now another move from my part, and finally this Pokemon goes down, and right after they have at the back a Frost Slash, so you might think that they can still survive, we're kinda doomed. Guess what? Because we can still go pretty rough at them with 1 HP remaining on the Pelipper to end this video in a fantastic way. So this is an amazing ending to this content, and I think that this team is super safe to run, so that's why I recommend it to you trainers. As you saw over here, against various Pokemon, we can still have the upper hand eventually. So thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and please consider subscribing to my channel because more than 70% of you haven't subscribed yet, and to be honest, I do not know the reason why behind that. So with that said, I have 2 videos for you to check out. As always, feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into our next upload.